Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, of course. We're gonna be listening to our boy Trump. He gives, if I'm not mistaken, a message to troll the woke crowd. Let's find out, shall we? But as always, if you like the video, don't forget to like the video, as well as subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I love to see the number go up. Let's see. Let's play this bad boy right here.
Let's go to the US because President-elect Donald Trump has shared his Christmas message, and it is brilliant, trolling the radical left who always try to find a way to ruin this special and holy day. Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, "Merry Christmas to the radical left lunatics who are constantly trying to obstruct our court system and our elections. They know that their only chance of survival is getting pardons from a man who has absolutely no idea what he's doing." And also Donald Trump wanted to take aim at Justin Trudeau. He said to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high, but if Canada was to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60% rather. We've also heard from President Joe Biden, if we can remember him, and he shared a Christmas message, and he doesn't even feature in it. Let's take a look at this.
There's a certain stillness at the center of Christmas story. The silent night when all the world goes quiet, all the noise, everything that divides us, it all fades away in stillness of the winter's evening. And we look to the sky, to the lone star, shining brighter than all the rest.
Did they actually decorate the White House like this?
Guiding us to the birth of a child.
It goes on for a couple of minutes, but that just gives me a headache.
It
But
does.
this podcaster, Joe Rogan, has summed it up brilliantly. He has shared this video that really captures the difference between the left and the right. Take a look.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Well, guess what? We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Joe, how good is that? But it shows you what kind of different world we would be living in.
It is amazing, and you see all these things like, "How dare you have Merry Christmas when there are people suffering in Palestine?" It's like, are we not allowed to be happy about anything ever because someone somewhere is not happy? Because that would eradicate all happiness among all people for all time. But look, I particularly enjoyed the Joe Biden one because it reminded me of that guy you're sitting next to at the dinner table at Christmas Day, and you're not quite sure how you're related. You think maybe your great auntie might have hooked up with him at the bowls club. And
but he's there on Christmas Day.
He's come to Christmas because he's got nowhere else to go, and he just starts telling you what Christmas means to him, and you go, "Oh,
poor Sleepy Joe, come on."
And it just makes no sense. And also, that Christmas tree in the White House is an abomination. My mother-in-law, who gave me this beautiful shirt that I'm wearing, by the way, thanks, Jill, that has a little smaller one of the sort of wooden sort of, I don't know, is it Art Deco? Is it the deconstructed Christmas tree where, each sort of little thing slides around and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that is not a fir tree. That is not a Christmas tree. The whole idea of a Christmas tree is that it is an evergreen tree that even in the very depths of winter still produces its, as the song goes, its lovely, lustrous branches.
It smells great.
And you're just reducing it. What the heck is that?
Metal.
It's just
a bunch of stars.
Firstly, it's a safety hazard. If there are any children in the White House, they'd come out with eye patches. They'd be like Long John Silver. And secondly, it's just not Christmassy. And I do appreciate the irony that every year I take an evergreen Christmas tree and cut it down so it immediately dies within about 3 weeks. But I don't care. It's symbolic.
It's Christmas.
I get it.
We have to get around it.
I'm so agreed with that
Donald
guy.
Trump also slammed the criminals that Joe Biden commuted earlier in the week. He said also to the 37 most violent criminals who killed and raped people once before, who were just given a pardon, an incredible pardon by Sleepy Joe Biden. He refuses to wish them a Merry Christmas to those lucky souls, but will instead say, "Go to hell." We just had the greatest election in history of our country, and the bright light is now...
Let's read this, shall we? Merry Christmas to all, including the wonderful soldiers of China who are lovingly but illegally operating the Panama Canal, where we lost 38,000 people in its building 110 years ago. Always making certain that the United States puts in billions of dollars in repair money, but will have absolutely nothing to say about anything. Also, to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high. But if Canada was to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60%. Their businesses would immediately double in size, and they would be militarily protected like no other country anywhere in the world. Likewise, to the people of Greenland, which is indeed by the United States for national security purposes, and who wants the US to be there, and we will. Page 2. Merry Christmas to the radical left lunatics who are constantly trying to obstruct our court system and our elections, and are always going after the great citizens and patriots of the United States, but in particular, their political opponent, me, Donald Trump. They know that their own chance of survival is getting pardons from a man who has absolutely no idea what he is doing. Absolutely. Oh, also, to the 37 most violent criminals who, this is what this woman was just talking about, who killed, raped, and plundered like virtually no one before them, but were just given incredibly a pardon by Sleepy Joe Biden. I refuse to wish a Merry Christmas to those lucky souls, but instead will say, go to hell. That's okay. We have the greatest election in the history of our country. A bright light is now shining over the USA, and in 26 days, we will make America great again. Merry Christmas. All right, Merry Christmas, Donald Trump.
Shining over the USA, and in 26 days we will make America great again. Merry Christmas. But I think that message would be one that many of the families of those victims who, would really appreciate, seeing as those violent criminals were pardoned just days before Christmas.
It is the most quintessentially Trump Christmas message anyone could ever possibly produce. It's like you can just hear Trump through that tweet, which I love. And I think it's good that he's acknowledging the incredible commuting of 37 death row sentences, because that was pretty extraordinary. But I mean, Biden's Christmas message was also very strange. I actually have a theory that it could even be AI generated. It's just an AI generated voice of Biden. The guy's on his deathbed. He's not getting out of bed this Christmas for anyone, let alone the American people. And so
I like how the controversies these days is Biden, he's not even alive, or he's on his deathbed. There's a man in a suit, somebody pretending to be him when he has to be public, and that's why you just never see him. And then you have I'm sure if you type fake Joe Biden on Google or something, if you're able to, they would show you videos. I remember seeing videos of people seeing something on Joe Biden's neck, and they're like, it's a mask. Clearly it's a mask. It's somebody under there. Innocent until proven guilty. I don't know. But I just think it's crazy that, even in Australia, where this show, if I'm not mistaken, is from, they're saying the stuff that we're kind of saying here, which is pretty hilarious.
His staffers has just gone into ChatGPT, put in some inputs of his voice, his audio. There'd be plenty on the internet to make some sort of cogent voiceover, and then boom, that's the Christmas message. Because why else is he not even appearing? Not even a token Jill and Joe, nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
I think it's AI, and he could actually be dead.
That is ingenious. That is the best Biden take I've heard in all of 2024. And my only question is, if they AI generated Biden's Christmas message, why didn't they just AI generate his entire presidency?
Well, there was
everything would be so much better.
There was theories.
Instead of old juiced up Joe, and they didn't get the timing of his dosage quite right, going out and sort of crumbling
Maybe
the
America
first
would be in a
debate.
better place.
Just send out a hologram.
Yeah.
Just cut that, do it via Zoom.
Zoom?
Yes,
So
it's really
bad.
good. Wave hello, Joe. Oh, hello, America.
Yeah, but that really struggled when he had to finally hold press conferences and had to finally
American
debate
presidents
Trump,
never
and then we
hold
all-
press conferences, you know, we all know
yeah,
that.
he refused to hold.
They get door stopped on the way to Marine One. It's like, oh, there's all these reporters near the presidential helicopter. Oh, yeah, I'm just going out to kick some ass for America. Okay, thank you very much.
Funny. That is an interesting Christmas message from Trump and Biden. Strange that Biden's not even showing his face. Does he have to? No, he doesn't have to. You know, nobody said every Christmas message in the world has to have the Christmas message maker's face on it. You know, doubt it. That, you know, you don't need to. On top of that, Joe Biden is quite old, okay? Of course, there were people who, you know, gave him a script like, hey, you need to read this as best as you could for our Christmas message that we're gonna do for the country. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. That's why I didn't show his face. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't show his face because he is diminishing physically, you know, mentally as well. And they have been sheltering him. They have been hiding him for the past couple of years. You know, he isn't as public as he used to be. Joe Biden was a public figure for what, 40-something years? Like, he's not an idiot. He's not a noob. He's like a pro. You would consider him, if we were playing video games, he's a pro. Because this is just something, this is like he knows how to shit talk. He's been in politics forever. It's what you gotta do. But he used to be always in the forefront of things, and he no longer is. And it could be because he is diminishing in many different ways. Who knows? I guess we will find out after Donald Trump becomes president, won't we? Just keep a track of Joe Biden. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, oh, Joe Biden, something happened to him right after the election. But, you know, like that one lady said, hey, it could have been he's on his deathbed already. They have AI generated, you know, or some people think that he's already gone. There is no Joe Biden, and they're just trying to scrounge something together, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Really, who knows? I'm just gonna go with Joe Biden is just an elderly man who is having help with everything, making decisions, running the country, with everything. There's somebody, like, come on, let's be serious. There's somebody giving our boy Joe information so he can do what he is doing. But yeah, that's just what I think. Let me know, please, what you think in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. As always, be safe out there. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. Hit subscribe. It really helps me out. And as always, I will see you all in another video.